Haga and a comment so look about this idea of the 12 boundaries of diagonal look over there. Find mashkas bebiar Yehuda Ata ubedibra maschil el bekude binyan shisham alu shvatim shivte ka. Look what it says about this idea as well in Bekude when it says that there went up the Shvatim of Yud-K. So the Shvatim are also the concept of the 12 diagonals in the world of Bria that go up to Yosef. Umashkas bebir pasuk yarad gvul b'parshas Maseh b'mikdash melech sof parshas Vayishlach taf kufayin vav aleph Pirush asher Yud beis gvuli alachson nimshachim mitiferes da'arich. So in Mikdash Melech on Zor Vayishlach it says that the 12 boundaries of diagonal are drawn from Tiferes of Arich. So it's understood how the 12 diagonals correspond with Zeranpin and Tiferes, which would be the main body of Zeranpin, but really he's saying that it's coming from higher, from Tiferes of Arich, Varichanpin. I'm not sure exactly how that works. My mashkaz meaning Tiferes the Arich she'olad hakeser the Arich bebiorei Zohar parshas Vayeshev tavkuf be'alef gabe v'gavav me'od mesiter Yaakov chulu. Look what it says about the concept of Tiferes of Arich. How Tiferes of Arich reaches up to the Keser of Arich in the Biorei Zohar Vayeshev, where it says by Mashiach that he's going to be very exalted. From the side of Yaakov, so the side of Yaakov is Tiferes. Gava Me'od is the Tiferes of Arich, and it goes up, Gava Me'od, to Keser Arich Lechor. V'yagam Shurash Yud Gimel Gvulei, Yud Gimel Tikuni Dikna, Nimshachim in Tiferes Arich Anpin, Gemor Shekazba, Makamach, and also the 13 decorations of the beard are drawn from Tiferes of Arich Anpin, like it says in another place. So again, the Yud Gimel Tikuni Dikna and the 12 boundaries of diagonal here are coming from the same place. So this brings a new perspective on the 12 boundaries of diagonal, that they're truly really high, like the Yud Gimel Tikuni Dikna. We could say that this is what it means. It's explained in another place. This is what this. It's possible this is what it means, that each month in its month. Meaning to say, I guess that the Tiferes Varich goes upwards, because the 12 boundaries of diagonal are the source for the months. Ve'efshar lomar ledvarav, we could say, ki yesh beis shemos havaya shelifnei yud gimel midos, that before the 13 midos of rachamim, you have havaya kil racham v'chana. So the havaya are the two shemos Hashem. Shra echad be'arich anpin, va'beis b'ze'er anpin. That the first shem Hashem is in arich, and the second one is in zah. So just like in the name of Hashem, of Zir Anpin, you have 12 combinations of letters, Shem Yud Beis Gvuli Allah Zah, which are the 12 boundaries of diagonals of Zir Anpin. Similarly, you have this concept in the Shem Havaya above, in Arich. So that helps to explain it. We have Shalom, or we can say, Shizeu Shnikra Hayamel Yud Beis Gzorim. And we can say that this is why the sea split into 12 parts. Vayamu alma diskasya, and the sea is the hidden world. Hamekabel m'shem havaya d'le'ela, which receives from the higher shem havaya. K'moshkaz b'torah or parshas b'shalach b'dibra maschel v'yar Yisrael. Yisrael Saba. So it's referring to Arich. So the 12 paths through the sea are the 12 Gvulei Alachson in Arich. Vainu al Yidei Shira Yud Beis Gvulei Alachson Darich Anpin. Val derech zeh nispar b'biur Rashi Matos binyan Perush Shvuos Matos, and similarly is explained in the biur of the heads of the tribes, which is the concept of the Shvuos. Shvuos Matos. What's the oath of the tribes? Shual derech mashakaz v'shenishbat alav sinim yimekadim. It's similar to what it says that you swore to our fathers from the days of yore. So the avos are chagas, and mimekedim are the midos in arich. The Pirish Beidur Rabba Denaso Dafkuf Lamadal Amad Beis, the Pirish Lavoseinu. What does it mean to our fathers? So in Idra Denasa it explains, what does it mean you swore to our fathers? Hem Yud Beis Shvatim. But actually this refers to the tribes, the 12 tribes, Yud Beis Gvulei Alachson, which are the 12 diagonals. Shim Nimshach Lehem Yimekedem Darichan Pim, that is drawn to them from the early days of Arich. So into the Yud Beis Gvulei Alachson from Arich is Lavosenu Mimekedem. Being a Yud Beis Nimshach min Tiferes Shuvav. Now the 12 is drawn from Tiferes, which is Vav. Vihik Fula Beis Vav, and to spell Vav is two Vavs. Shem Yud Beis, which is Gematria 12. Kain Kasabim Mikdash Melech Sham. This is what the Mikdash Melech says there. Where look, he's the first one who he brought here that says that the Yud Beis are in Arich. So the Tiferes of Arich. Vain mashikos b'suf dibur maskelam natzeach leshminis b'mashikos v'gabi Shabbos mitzvasim b'shnei vavin chulu. Shabbos mitzvahs with two vavs. Ubezor chil gimel achrei samach vav beis b'pirish v'zachartis b'risi Yaakov b'vav. So it says in Zor chil gimel and achrei that I'll remember my covenant with Yaakov, and Yaakov is spelled Yud Ayin Kuf Vav Beis with an extra Vav. Perush ki bein shnei Vav in Yish Aleph, and to explain that between the two Vavs there's an Aleph. Vav Aleph Vav, like in Shema or in Shem Sag, Vu Atika Kadisha Hamalubish B'Tiferes Zah, and that's the Atik. It's enclosed within Ziranpin. Tiferes of Zah. Al derech v'anora kel elyon, like the concept of and the Nora. The Nora is Tiferes, and the Vav draws down from Keser, from Atika Kadisha here. Kel elyon. Misham nimshach liyosis kalalus Yud Beis Gvulei Alachson, and from there it's drawn to have the inclusion of the 12 boundaries of diagonal. That when you, how do you unite all these 12 boundaries to be included as one? To unite with each other through the Gilui of Atika Kadisha that's enclosed within them. Like it says in the Maamar how the forefathers are the Merkava. That what does it mean the Merkava? They're completely united with above, and they're have a hiskalalus inclusion one with the other. How do you unite opposites? You have to draw down from a even higher place. And that's like here where we're uniting the Yud Beis Gvulei Alachson of Tiferes of Ziranpin, the two Vavs with the Aleph that's in them. Like it says in Tanya, in the chapter that says that the action of tzedakah will be peace. That the action of tzedakah draws from a higher place, and you have the peace, uniting the two opposites. Torah, Pashas Matos, b'dibur hamaschil chaltzu meitchem. Vayin mashikos b'dibur hamaschil marei u'masei b'Torah Pashas Yisro b'nyan hakav shel ha'alef shehulich ba'alachson. Look what it says in Torah Or about the concept of the line in the Aleph that goes diagonal from Hod on the right side, I'm sorry, Vura on the left side to Hod on the right side. It unites the different parts of Zohar. It hints to this concept of the Alachson, which is the diagonal that unites the midos with each other. So in Zohar Chama it actually explains that there's a hidden and revealed Yud Beis. There's 12 that are revealed. The Haim Yud Beis Bakar Debriya. Those are the 12 cattle which are under the sea of Shlomo that he had in the base of Mikdash. So spiritually, it's the concept of the concept of 12 as it is in the world of Bria, because the Yam, the sea, is the Malchus that's above it. Yud Beis Diskasyan, and the 12 that are hidden him Yud Beis Gvuli Alachson. That Silos, they're the 12 boundaries of diagonal in Atzilos. B'morei or Yud Sif Mem Tes Yud Beis Tzirufei Havaya. So in Me'ori Or, it says that the 12 combinations of Hashem's name, Shorshim, Mehei Chasadim Demaz Laila, from the 5 kindnesses of the supernal Mazel in Kesser. Mehei Gvurus Demaz Latata, and from the 5 strictnesses of the lower Mazel. Vabez Kolalim Chulu, and the 2 Kolalim. Whenever you have a gematria, you can have a kolel. So that's 12. Ein Sham, look over there. So the Mazel Elyon and Mazel Tachton are usually Nutzer and Noke, which are within Kesser. Like he said before, that it's the same place, the same spiritual level where it comes from as the Yud Gimel Tikkun Dikna. Look what it says in Pardes about names, where it says you have the 12 boundaries of diagonal, which are in the 3 concepts of the world or place, the year, which is time, and the soul, which is that which creates the time and space, the vitality within it. And in the world, you have the 12 astrological signs, and in the year, 12 months. So to 12 abilities of the soul. Which are 12 letters, Shalavad, Gimel, Emos, I, Ala, Avir Maim Eish, or Aleph Mem Shin, are considered 3 mothers. V'sheva Kfulos, Beged Kapodes Chulu, and and 7 doubles, which have a dagesh in them. So those are the letters which are pshutim and kfulos. Mein Mashikos v'pasuk zeh sefer told us Adam the Amruzal b'Rabbos Parshas Beraishis b'Makomo Parsha Kafdalad b'Kavuelas Rabba b'Pasuk Esakol Asav Yafa b'Ito. Look what it says about that he made everything nice in its own time, with the concept of time. Kavuelas Rabba. So the letters have to do with this concept as well as the concept of time. It was fitting for Adam Mauritian should have the Torah given to him. Shenemar, that Sefer told us Adam, like it says that this is the book of the offspring of man, of Adam. It would have been fitting that Adam Mauritian had 12 tribes coming from him. Like it says, Sefer, this is the book. Is Shiva, Zayin, Shiva, Hey, Chamisha Chulu. It's Gematria, Zayin is Gematria 7, and Hey is Gematria 5. That's Gematria 12, Ad Kan Lashon. Zeh Sefer told us Adam. Now this is the book of the offspring of man. Yud Beis is the book of the offspring of man. Yud Beis Shvatim Anikra Zeh Hem Yud Beis Gvuli Allah Singanal. Now the 12 tribes which are called this are the 12 diagonals. They're called Zeh. And it's called Zeh, al derech Moshe nisnabe bezeh gila yichudei lochaleh. And it's called Zeh, just like Moshe had his nevuah with the word Zeh instead of Ko. Instead of Ko Amar Hashem, he said Zeh hadavar. So that's a revelation of the higher level, of the higher unity. So that higher unity also corresponds with these 12 diagonals. Bechina Zeh Sefer, and this concept of this is the book, Hainu HaTorah, which is Torah, tzarech lios bechinas gavoa yoser, has to be even higher. And Yisod Abba, which is Yisod Abba. I'm not exactly sure how that fits in here. And that's the concept of that. This is the voice of my beloved. Here, Zeh is coming and jumping. On the mountains, the concept of Zeh is coming. Meaning to say a revelation from on high. That in the jumping is known, it's a concept of Be'ein Aroch, it's coming, not in the Seder V'Hadraga. Not in the orderly fashion, but from on high. K'mokin Yispor B'Rabos Pasha B'Shalach Suf Pasha Chav Gimel Shebei Kriyas Yam Suf Ne'amar Pam Echad Zeh, that by now, it says in Medrash Rabbah B'Shalach that by the splitting the sea, we say Zeh once. Zeh Keli, this is my God. Ulasi that Lavon Ne'amar Beis Pamim Zeh, but in the time to come, we will say it twice. Ve'amar b'yomahu hine Elokeinu zeh, zeh havai kivinu lochu. Then that we will say on that day, this is our Elokeinu, and this is Hashem who we hoped for. Like it says, in the time to come, it will be each month in its month. Meaning to say, what we said before was that the Aliyah of the lower level of the Gvulei Alochsim of Zah into its shorsh in Arich. And that is because now the 12 months, their root is in the 12 combinations of Hashem's name in Zer Anpin. But in the time to come, you'll have it doubled. That you'll have the revelation of the 12 combinations of Hashem's name in Arich. And this is the concept of the month in its month, Shel Chodesh Chulu, Chidushu Shel Chodesh Chulu, the Chidush of the Chodesh, meaning to say the renewal of it, or the revelation from its source into it. And that's the concept of this is coming. The concept of Zeh is jumping from on high. And this is the idea what it says in Menachos, that this one should come and receive this, receive that from this for this nation. So you have two Zehs in this. You have this one will come, meaning to say Moshe, and will receive this, or receive that, meaning to say the Torah, from Hashem, for this nation. So you have Yavo Zeh v'yikabel zos mizeh is two Zehs. Yavo Zeh hainu Moshe v'yikabel zos haTorah mizeh hainu HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hari ki Moshe nikra Zeh v'HaKadosh Baruch Hu nikra Zeh. So Moshe is called Zeh, this, and so is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Veichu, and how is that? How are they both called Zeh? But we can understand this as well, that we have a lower Zeh, we have a higher Zeh. That Moshe, we can say that this refers to the level of the world of Bria. Nikra Zeh. I'm sorry. Nikra Zeh Yud Beis Gvulei Alochsim de Bria. And the Zeh of Moshe refers to the 12 diagonals in the world of Bria. V'kabel zos malchus de'atzilus. So once you're receiving the Torah, meaning to say Torah Sheba'al Peh, Torah Shebechsav, the concept of malchus of Atzilus, which in general corresponds with Torah Sheba'al Peh, but melubash in it is the Torah Shebechsav. Mizeh bechinas Zer Anpin. From this, the concept of Zoh, which is Shem Havaya, Lo Amzu, for this nation, which L'chora is even lower, I guess, to bring it down. Kenizker Le'il Us Aleph. But I'm not sure where the Amzu is, which level. V'gam Yishlamar, we can further say, bechinas Gavoy Yoser, even higher, Yavam Moshe, that Moshe will come, Hu Zer Anpin, that Moshe is, we could also say that Moshe is Zah. Or you could say that, and then the Torah he'll receive is even higher. Like it says, that who can be praised, the one who knows me, meaning to say within Torah. From this one, Hainu Arichan Pin. And the Zeh of Moshe, which is Zer Anpin, can receive from the Zeh of Arich, like we explained earlier with this concept of Zah from Arich. Like we said, that in it has the 12 boundaries of a diagonal of Hainu La'amzu, and that is for this nation. Which I guess the 12 Shvatim could be Amzu. I don't know. So Ketzer Mehagad, so in short, this Haggah, the Shurish, Yud Beis Gvuli Alachsum Metiferes Tarichan Pin, that the root of these 12 diagonals is from Tiferes of Arich. Ha'ol Ada Keser Darichan Pin, which reaches up to the Keser of Arich, Sheish Beis Shemos Havaya, that you have two names of Hashem, Ba'arichan Pinu Bizah, Yesh B'kol B'china Yud Beis Tirufei Havaya, and each one of them has 12, the concept of 12 combinations of Hashem's name. In Yaakov Bevav, and we explain the concept of Yaakov with a Vav, which is like Vehanoda Kelel. The Vav is spelled Vav, which is 12 with the Aleph in it, which is Atika Kadisha. Inyan Chodesh B'Chodesh, and the concept of the month in the month, which is Amshacha from one to the other. Inyan Zeh Sefer, and the concept of this is the book, the concept of Zeh, which is 12, which would correspond with Adam Arishon. Zeh Keminyan Yud Beis. Zeh is Gematria 12. Explain the pasuk. This one should come and receive this from that from this for this nation. Gemara Menachos.